Do you think that what you did today with us we'll be able to notice very shortly? Is there a sort of a... Is it sometimes the next day that people start getting results with things, or does it take a bit of time in your own experience?
That's a very, very good question. Usually people will start to see some sort of a result in 3 days' time. Within 3 days' time, people will come back to me with something. But there are people who take a bit longer, and it's only because of how massive the changes are that they're looking to achieve. So one thing that Gary Douglas was talking about once with the changes is he related it to the difference between bringing up a small boat or the Titanic, or actually he was just talking about the Titanic, but I kind of put the small boat in there. If you were salvaging the Titanic, it would take quite a while to bring it to the surface. So I look at it as if, if you're looking for just a tiny change, maybe you're not that far out to sea, and maybe the depth of the water is only about 100 feet, and maybe you're salvaging a dinghy, and you're bringing that to the surface. But if it's taking longer, instead of going into the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations, just remember this analogy and ask, well, what if the changes that I'm looking to make here are much, much bigger than that? What if it runs a lot deeper? And what if it is really far out to sea? And what if it is literally miles underwater? And what if it is so huge that it is the Titanic? Bringing that to surface is going to take a lot more time than bringing a dinghy up from 100 feet. And if you're bringing a dinghy up from 100 feet below water, you're going to notice something. You're going to notice something in the water. Even on the coast of England, you will. But even in the clearest waters, if you're salvaging something that is miles deep, you're probably not going to perceive much of anything. It's where your knowing has to come into place. So just remember this. I just spoke to someone this morning and was, telling her, a truth will always set you free and is light. A lie is always going to restrict you and bind you and feel like shit. So there can be truths within a lie, or there can be a lie within a truth. But a real truth is always going to feel light. It's always going to be light. And it's always going to feel nice. There'll be ease with it. So if you start buying into something not working, or the change is not happening, and you get like a restrictive feeling or constriction in your chest, because even me saying that, it's such a lie that it's affecting me physically and I can perceive it, then you know that that's a lie. And you know that you're probably buying into the lie. With me saying it, you're buying into it. And that's your body reacting to it. Whereas if I say changes have already happened, me just saying that, changes have already happened. Changes have already taken place already within you. Perceive the energy of that. So Tina, you're really reacting to that because you can perceive the energy of that. That's so much lighter. That's a truth. So how you view it is really important, because you have a choice. You can stay in question and say things like, how much am I willing to receive from this event that I was at? How much am I willing to continue to receive from this event? Or you can buy into, I really am not experiencing much. And just by saying that, you're then not really experiencing very much.
Law of attraction in a way.
So if you just ask how much am I willing to receive today? How much change am I willing to receive from all of this? How much change have I already received from this? And how much am I willing to acknowledge that change? Then you're exponentializing it. But it's how you view it as well, because you have to make sure that what you're doing is freeing yourself and creating the infinite possibilities as opposed to locking yourself into something. Okay? Thank you. So, any other questions, comments? Lots of brains fried?
No, I'm feeling quite light and clear now.
Yeah.
I was spooning, as I said earlier on. There's a real fight going on. But apart from the fact that I'm a bit tired anyway, so that didn't help. But it was more than that. I feel it was more than that. So something shifted.
Perfect. How does it get any better than that?
I don't know. Tell me.
How does it? All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.